Hey there, health enthusiasts. In today's video, we'll be diving into the fascinating world of supplements for brain health. We'll explore how certain nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, B vitamins, vitamin D, and magnesium can support cognitive function and memory. We'll also take a look at some emerging research on supplements like creatine, caffeine combined with L-theanine, and curcumin. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of how these supplements work and how they can fit into a holistic approach to brain health. So, let's get started. When it comes to essential nutrients for brain function, omega-3 fatty acids are at the top of the list. Eicosapentaenoic acid, or EPA, and docosahexaenoic acid, or DHA, are crucial for brain health. In fact, DHA makes up about 40% of the polyunsaturated fatty acids in the brain, according to a 2016 study by Weiser and colleagues, published in the journal Nutrients. Omega-3s play important roles in brain development, cell membrane fluidity, neurotransmission, and neuroprotection. They also have anti-inflammatory properties that may help protect against age-related cognitive decline, as shown in a 2016 study by Kilzer and colleagues in the journal Neurology. Numerous studies have investigated the potential cognitive benefits of omega-3 supplementation. A 2015 meta-analysis by Yorko Mauro and colleagues, published in the journal PLOS One, found that omega-3 supplementation, particularly with high doses of EPA and DHA, can improve episodic memory in older adults with mild memory complaints. Another study by Stonehouse and colleagues, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2013, demonstrated that DHA supplementation improved memory and reaction time in healthy young adults. The best dietary sources of omega-3s are fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, herring, and sardines. The Australian Dietary Guidelines recommend consuming around 250 to 500 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA per day, which can be achieved by eating 2-3 servings of oily fish per week. For those who don't regularly consume fish, omega-3 supplements derived from fish oil or algae can be an alternative source. Moving on to B vitamins, these essential nutrients, including thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, pantothenic acid, pyridoxine, biotin, folate, and cobalamin, play crucial roles in brain function. They're involved in energy production, DNA synthesis, methylation, and neurotransmitter metabolism, as explained by Kennedy in a 2016 article in the journal Nutrients. Deficiencies in B vitamins, particularly B6, B9, and B12, have been linked to cognitive impairment and neuropsychiatric disorders, according to a 2015 review by Lachance and Ramsey in the journal Nutrition Reviews. Folate and vitamin B12 are essential for the methylation of homocysteine, an amino acid that can be neurotoxic at high levels. Elevated homocysteine has been associated with increased risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease, as shown in a 2018 study by Smith and colleagues in the journal Alzheimer's and Dementia. A 2012 meta-analysis by Ford and Almeida, published in the journal PLOS One, found that B vitamin supplementation, including B6, B9, and B12, significantly reduced homocysteine levels and improved episodic memory and global cognition in older adults with mild cognitive impairment. Good dietary sources of B vitamins include whole grains, leafy green vegetables, legumes, nuts, seeds, poultry, fish, and eggs. The Australian Dietary Guidelines provide recommended daily intakes for each B vitamin. For individuals with restricted diets or malabsorption issues, B vitamin supplements may be necessary to prevent deficiencies. Vitamin D is another important nutrient for brain health. This fat-soluble vitamin plays important roles in brain development, neuroprotection, and neuromodulation, as explained by Anjum and colleagues in a 2018 review in the journal Curious. Vitamin D receptors are widely distributed in the brain, including in regions involved in memory and cognitive function, according to a 2016 study by Landell and colleagues in the journal Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience. Low vitamin D levels have been associated with increased risk of cognitive decline, dementia, and depression, as shown in a 2012 meta-analysis by Soni and colleagues in the British Journal of Psychiatry. Several studies have investigated the potential cognitive benefits of vitamin D supplementation. A 2017 randomized controlled trial by Peterson, published in the journal PLOS One, found that vitamin D supplementation at 4,000 IU per day for 18 weeks improved visual memory and information processing speed in healthy adults compared to placebo. Another study by Gia and colleagues, published in the journal Nutrients in 2019, showed that vitamin D supplementation at 2,000 IU per day for 12 months attenuated cognitive decline and improved mental shifting and processing speed in older adults with mild cognitive impairment. The main source of vitamin D is sunlight exposure, as UVB radiation triggers vitamin D synthesis in the skin. Dietary sources include fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified foods. The Australian Dietary Guidelines recommend adequate sun exposure as the best source of vitamin D, with supplementation considered for individuals at risk of deficiency. The recommended daily intake of vitamin D for adults is 600 to 800 IU, or 15 to 20 micrograms, depending on age. Magnesium is another essential mineral involved in numerous physiological processes, including energy production, neurotransmitter synthesis, and calcium signaling, as explained by Kirkland and colleagues in a 2018 review in the journal Nutrients. Magnesium plays crucial roles in brain function, synaptic plasticity, and neuroprotection, according to a 2016 review by Vink in the journal Nutrients. Low magnesium levels have been linked to various neurological and psychiatric disorders, including migraine, depression, and Alzheimer's disease. Several studies have investigated the relationship between magnesium status and cognitive function. A 2014 cross-sectional study by Cherbuin and colleagues, published in the journal Neurology, found that higher serum magnesium levels were associated with better performance on cognitive tests, including executive function and memory, in older adults. A 2016 randomized controlled trial by Lee and colleagues, published in the journal Current Alzheimer Research, showed that magnesium supplementation at 900 milligrams per day for 24 weeks improved cognitive function and reduced depression symptoms compared to placebo in older adults with mild to moderate dementia. Good dietary sources of magnesium include leafy green vegetables, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and legumes. The Australian Dietary Guidelines recommend a daily magnesium intake of 400 to 420 milligrams for adult men and 310 to 320 milligrams for adult women. Magnesium supplements are available in various forms, such as magnesium citrate, magnesium oxide, and magnesium glycinate. However, it's important to consult a healthcare professional before starting magnesium supplementation, as excessive intake can cause adverse effects. Now, let's take a look at some emerging research on brain health supplements. Creatine is a naturally occurring compound that plays a crucial role in energy production in the brain and muscles. It's synthesized endogenously in the liver, kidneys, and pancreas, and can also be obtained from dietary sources such as meat, fish, and eggs, as explained by Kreider and colleagues in a 2017 review in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition. While creatine supplementation has been extensively studied for its ergogenic effects in sports performance, recent research has also explored its potential cognitive benefits. A 2018 systematic review and meta-analysis by Avgarinos and colleagues, published in the journal Experimental Gerontology, found that creatine supplementation had a significant positive effect on short-term memory and intelligence reasoning in healthy adults. Another study by Rochelle and colleagues, published in the journal Experimental Gerontology in 2021, showed that creatine supplementation at 20 grams per day for 7 days, followed by 5 grams per day for 23 weeks, improved cognitive function, particularly in the domains of memory and processing speed, in older adults with mild cognitive impairment. The potential neuroprotective effects of creatine have also been investigated. Animal studies, as reviewed by Beal in a 2011 article in the journal Amino Acids, have shown that creatine supplementation can reduce oxidative stress, improve mitochondrial function, and protect against neurotoxicity in models of neurodegenerative diseases such as Parkinson's and Huntington's disease. However, more human studies are needed to confirm these findings and determine the optimal dosage and duration of creatine supplementation for brain health. Caffeine and L-theanine are another interesting combination that has been studied for its potential cognitive benefits. Caffeine is a widely consumed stimulant that acts as an adenosine receptor antagonist in the brain, promoting alertness and cognitive performance, as explained by McClellan and colleagues in a 2016 review in the journal Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews. L-theanine is an amino acid found primarily in green tea that has been shown to have calming and neuroprotective effects, according to a 2019 review by Williams and colleagues in the journal Nutrients. A 2017 randomized controlled trial by Kahathudua and colleagues, published in the journal Nutrition Research, found that a single dose of caffeine at 150 milligrams and L-theanine at 250 milligrams improved attention, working memory, and alertness compared to placebo in healthy adults. Another study by Park and colleagues, published in the journal Nutrients in 2019, showed that daily consumption of a green tea extract containing caffeine at 160 milligrams and L-theanine at 380 milligrams for 16 weeks improved memory and selective attention compared to placebo in older adults with mild cognitive impairment. The potential mechanisms underlying the cognitive effects of caffeine and L-theanine include modulation of neurotransmitter systems such as dopamine, serotonin, and GABA, increased cerebral blood flow, and enhanced neural activity in brain regions involved in attention and memory, as explained by Camfield and colleagues in a 2014 review in the journal Nutrition Reviews. However, more research is needed to determine the optimal ratio and dosage of caffeine and L-theanine for cognitive performance, and to assess the long-term effects of supplementation. Curcumin, a polyphenolic compound found in the spice turmeric, has also been investigated for its potential cognitive benefits. Curcumin has potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties that may confer neuroprotective effects, as explained by Mishra and Palanivelu in a 2008 review in the journal Annals of Indian Academy of Neurology. A 2015 randomized controlled trial by Cox and colleagues, published in the Journal of Psychopharmacology, found that curcumin supplementation at 400 milligrams per day for 4 weeks improved working memory and attention compared to placebo in healthy older adults. Another study by Small and colleagues, published in the American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry in 2018, showed that curcumin supplementation at 90 milligrams twice daily for 18 months improved memory and attention, and reduced amyloid and tau accumulation in brain regions involved in Alzheimer's disease pathology in middle-aged and older adults with mild memory complaints. The potential mechanisms underlying the cognitive effects of curcumin include its ability to cross the blood-brain barrier, reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, enhance neurogenesis and synaptic plasticity, and modulate neurotransmitter systems such as serotonin and dopamine, as explained by Sarkar and Franks in a 2018 review in the journal Neuroscience. However, curcumin has poor bioavailability and more research is needed to develop optimized formulations and determine the most effective dosage and duration of supplementation for brain health. Despite the promising research on these brain health supplements, it's important to note that the evidence for many supplements remains mixed and limited. For example, ginkgo biloba, a popular herbal supplement marketed as a cognitive enhancer, has yielded inconsistent results in studies. The large, randomized, controlled ginkgo evaluation of memory study by Dukoski and colleagues, published in the Journal of the American Medical Association in 2008, found no significant difference between ginkgo biloba supplementation and placebo in the prevention of dementia or Alzheimer's disease in older adults over a median follow-up period of 6.1 years. Other studies have also yielded mixed results regarding the cognitive effects of ginkgo biloba. A 2015 meta-analysis by Tan and colleagues, published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, found that ginkgo biloba supplementation had small but significant positive effects on cognitive function in healthy adults and those with mild cognitive impairment or dementia. However, the authors noted that the quality of the included studies was generally low, and the clinical significance of the observed effects was uncertain. Given the limitations and controversies surrounding many brain health supplements, it's important for individuals to consult with healthcare professionals before starting any supplementation regimen. Healthcare providers can help assess the potential benefits and risks of supplements based on an individual's specific needs, health status, and medication use. They can also recommend high-quality, evidence-based supplements and monitor for potential adverse effects. While supplements may play a role in supporting brain health, it's crucial to emphasize that they should not be considered a substitute for a healthy lifestyle. A balanced diet rich in essential nutrients remains the foundation of cognitive well-being. The Australian Dietary Guidelines emphasize the importance of consuming a variety of nutrient-dense foods from the 5 food groups: vegetables, fruit, whole grains, lean proteins, and dairy or calcium-fortified alternatives. In particular, the Mediterranean Intervention for Neurodegenerative Delay, or MIND diet, has been associated with slower cognitive decline and reduced risk of Alzheimer's disease, as shown in a 2015 study by Morris and colleagues in the journal Alzheimer's and Dementia. The MIND diet combines aspects of the Mediterranean and DASH diets and emphasizes the consumption of brain-healthy foods such as leafy green vegetables, berries, whole grains, nuts, fish, and olive oil, while limiting the intake of red meat, butter, cheese, and sweets. Engaging in regular physical and mental activity is also crucial for maintaining brain health and reducing the risk of cognitive decline. Exercise has been shown to improve cerebral blood flow, stimulate the release of neurotrophic factors, and promote neuroplasticity and neurogenesis, as explained by Erickson and colleagues in a 2019 review in the journal Trends in Cognitive Sciences. Mental stimulation, such as learning new skills or engaging in cognitively challenging activities, can also help maintain cognitive function and build cognitive reserve, according to a 2010 review by Stern and Munn in the journal Psychological Medicine. In conclusion, while certain supplements such as omega-3 fatty acids, B vitamins, vitamin D, and magnesium have shown promise in supporting brain health based on various studies, it's crucial to recognize that the evidence for many brain health supplements remains mixed and limited. More research is needed to draw definitive conclusions about their efficacy and to determine the optimal dosages and durations of supplementation for cognitive benefits. Supplements should be used cautiously and under the guidance of healthcare professionals. Prioritizing a healthy lifestyle that includes regular exercise, mental stimulation, a balanced diet, stress management, and adequate sleep remains the most effective and evidence-based approach to supporting cognitive function and reducing the risk of cognitive decline throughout life. If you're interested in learning more about brain health and exploring high-quality supplements, be sure to visit nutritionmarket.com.au. There, you'll find a wide range of products and resources to support your cognitive well-being. You can also book a consultation with one of our clinical nutritionists or naturopaths who serve clients in Australia and around the world through our virtual clinic. Remember, while the information in this video is informed by research, it should not replace advice from your healthcare provider. Some scientific findings may still be under investigation, and it's always best to consult with a professional for personalized recommendations. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more informative content on health and nutrition. And as always, this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.